Guys, again, we have Rob the credit guy. I know you guys been asking for Rob's video for a while now. I see all of your comments on the YouTube video that we've been doing. All the Facebook group is like blown up. Where is Rob? Where is Rob? Rob is here, guys. Rob was busy with his life.
I've been coaching, man. I've been helping other business owners just like you grow and scale their business. That's what I've been busy doing. But I'm
Yes,
happy to be
sir.
back on here. And you already know, before we even get started, make sure you have your pen and paper to write your notes, because we're gonna drop some gems that's gonna help you scale and grow
Yeah.
your business.
Yeah, because I have like a couple of questions that most of the clients ask normally.
Yeah.
And guys, just so you guys know, if you guys don't know about the background of Rob, Rob is killing it right now, as usual. He's been working with us for the past like couple of years, I think 5, 6 years now. And he's
Yeah.
currently generating more than $100,000 a month with his business, way more than that. But just so you guys know, he's also a sales coach, as well as like he has already like mastered the art of sales when it comes to credit repair or anything else out there. You can literally check out his Instagram page as well. I'll also leave the link down below, and I'll also leave his website down below, which is robthecreditguy.com, so you can also take a look at it.
So, the matter of fact, Harshal, before we even go forward, just to let you know, so last month, let me see, we're at the end of June. So in the month of May, we hit 100, and to be exact, it was about 149,000, so almost 150,000 last month, just credit repair. And we're super excited because now, again, our next goal, our own personal goal, is to hit 200 to 250,000 by the end of this year, 2024. That's where we hope to be at. And so we're just just like everybody watching this video right now, we may be at different levels, but we're all
Yep.
growing our business. And so, every time you hit a new level in your business, there's always new obstacles, right? Even at
Yeah.
where we're at right now, we're doing great. But in order for me to take it to the next level, I got to tap in with my mentor, with my coach, and see what kind of advice he gives me so I can, hit my goals. And so that's why
Yeah.
I don't care where you're at in your business. Maybe you didn't even start yet. Maybe you're still thinking about starting a credit repair. You need a mentor. If you are
Yeah.
6 months or 12 months into your business, you need a mentor. I've been doing credit repair for over 15 years, and you would think I know everything. I know a lot. Do I consider myself to be a master at credit repair? Absolutely. But I still have a mentor. What does that
Yeah.
tell you? Tell me.
That was my question, bro. So I had like one question for you. Like, is there anything that a business should do before running paid ads? Like, do you think there are some like crucial things that need to implement before they start?
Absolutely. So, is there anything that a business should do before they start running ads? Listen, number one, I love that question. It's great. One of the first things that you should do is be consistent. I know we're talking about paid ads for a second, but I'm talking about be consistent with posting, right? Because what happens is when you start running paid ads, the person that's watching your ad, when they click
Yeah.
on it, it's going to
Mm.
take them to your Instagram page. And
Yep.
when they land on your Instagram page, imagine if you only have 10 posts. That person's going to be like, man, that was a great ad, but this doesn't look like an established company. And
Yeah.
all the credit repair scams going on, that's where their mind goes. They're like, that was a great ad, but when I click on their page, they only have 10 posts. This must be a scam. And some of your clients that you're trying to enroll, or some of your clients that you actively have been scammed. And so
Yep.
social media is an opportunity for your potential client to see who you are, what your business is about, and how you can help them change their life by repairing their credit. So look at your social media as a giant business card for you to display, again, what you could do and how you can help. So before you start running ads, I recommend start being consistent with your social media. Now,
Yep.
to give you something tangible, like, okay, well, Rob, I hear you. You're saying post a lot, but how many posts should I have before I start running ads? That number is a minimum, I would say conservatively, about 30 to 40 posts. You want to have
Make
at
sense.
least 30 to 40 posts, and then keep growing from there. So that way you can start running your paid ads.
Yeah. Yeah. Like while you talk about like, posting, what kind of like software or like camera or like mic that you currently use that's gonna make their video better?
Cell phones, man. I mean, cell phones. So this cell phone right here is just for social media. Like, matter of fact, nobody even calls this phone number. And this is my personal phone. So I have a phone just for content. You don't need you don't need to go out and pause. Stop overthinking. That's what I want to say. Stop overthinking, because you guys are thinking that you need all these fancy lights. You need the best camera out there. No, you need to stop overthinking and just be consistent. Most cell phones, I don't care if you're team Android or your team iPhone. At the end of the day, you're laughing because you're team iPhone and I'm Android. So, we battle about that all the time. But at the end of the day, both of these phones are going to give you excellent quality.
Yeah.
Just shoot with your phone. That's all you need. You don't need anything fancy. Stop overthinking, press record. And then when it comes to the editing, you do want to get, either an editor if you don't know how to edit at all, or if you don't have a lot of money. I know when I started my business, I didn't have a lot of money. So I couldn't hire an editor because I couldn't afford it. So what did I do? You can go to Canva, and Canva has free courses. Notice I said free. You don't have to pay for it, where they teach you how to create, post, and edit videos. The apps that I like to use are InShot, InShot, InShot.
Yep.
If you're an iPhone user, then I would recommend, what's the one for iPhone?
I think CapCut.
Yeah, exactly. CapCut, correct. Yes, thank you.
CapCut.
So CapCut is great. What's another thing that I use to edit is
InShot, CapCut.
CapCut, InShot, Canva, but there's one that's on the computer, like on the internet. It's not an app that you can download, but it's called Submagic. Like if you go to Google and you type in Submagic AI, to be exact, you'll find that website. They do have a free version, and then they also have a paid version. Of course, if you get the paid version, you get better quality captions and all this other stuff. But it's going to help you edit the videos a lot better. But again, guys, don't overthink it. Just record and post it. And this is what happens. For those of you who are worried about the quality of the video, meaning like the editing aspect, you're going to get better. But
I agree.
I'll tell you one thing right now. You're not going to get better if you don't practice. So what does that mean? You got to post and practice. And as time passes, you'll get better at editing. And as you close more deals and you have more income, then maybe you can think about hiring an editor. But for right now, you just got to grind. You got to put in the work. And that's what I would recommend. Before you start running paid ads, make sure that your Instagram and your Facebook, but make sure your Instagram looks like a real business.
Yep. I agree, bro. Do you remember like when we used to do like Zoom calls back then, like for this YouTube? We used to record from the webcam, bro.
Yeah. Now I'm using a $1,200, Sony camera, where back then I couldn't afford that, So.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, bro. So the second question is like, this question I get a lot is about what do you think is best? Like, let's say like a lead comes in your DM. Okay. After that, do you prefer to schedule an appointment with them, or do you prefer to try to get them on phone as soon as possible? What do you think is better?
As soon as a lead comes in, it's better to get them on the phone as quickly as possible. So two things. When somebody clicks on your ad and they end up in your inbox, for example, that's at that moment, that is the hottest that lead will ever be. Why? Because it's on their mind. It's not in the back of their mind. It's in the front of their, like they just did it. So imagine if they, again, click on your ad and immediately you'll respond, hey, Harshal, what's going on with your credit? And then again, you start a conversation with them. They're like, oh, okay, let me message this person back because I'm interested and I just did it. You know, so I would recommend, again, interacting with them immediately. And then on top of that, get them on the phone immediately so you can close that deal. Now, I noticed that some people are running ads and then they don't have the lead go to the inbox. Instead, they have the lead go to their calendar, right? Without even talking to them, they send them to a website or a calendar, and then the person has to book an appointment. Well, what happens if that person books an appointment for 2 hours later, or they book an appointment for the next day or the next couple of days or possibly a week out? Guys, let's be real. You think they're going to remember that appointment? So this is why a lot of you who are using the calendar to get appointments, this is why a lot of you are chasing those people, because previously before they set the appointment, there was no human interaction. So it doesn't create that momentum. It doesn't create the trust and the credibility. If anything, you're treating them like just another number, like an appointment. People don't want to be treated like an appointment. They want to be acknowledged. They want the red carpet treatment, right? And in order for them to feel like that, it's better for you to respond to them immediately and not push it off, right? So I'm a big fan of having the leads go directly to my inbox so I can message them. Not only, guys, can you direct message them like a DM, but if you're really feeling brave, you can get on the camera and say, hey, Harshal, this is Robert. Hey, thank you for clicking on my ad. What's going on? You could send them a video of you. So again, look, put yourself in the seat of the audience of your lead. How do you think your lead is going to feel if you send a video of you saying, hey, how are you doing? How can I help you?
Yeah. I think I could also add something to that, which is like, hey, Rob, thank you for clicking on my ad. Tell me what's going on with your credit. Something like that, maybe.
Absolutely. That's going to be straight to the point. Because again, if you send them an automated message and you're kind of like, what's your name, phone number, email? That's great if you get that name, phone number, email. But two things happen. Sometimes people are reluctant hesitant to give you their name, phone number, email, because they don't know who there was no previous conversation kind of warming them up, right? So they don't feel comfortable yet. Now, the other side, people might be willing to give you their name, phone number, email without talking to you, but there's no incentive. There's no previous conversation. They don't know who's calling them, meaning they don't know your phone number. They don't know your name. So when they see that phone ring, they don't even know who the hell you are. And that's why they're not picking up. So it's better to have a previous conversation with them via text, kind of building up that momentum. And that way they know that you're a real person again. And then you get them on the phone. Hey, Harshal, we were just texting online. Hey, tell me a little bit more about what's going on with your credit. So you took it from a text message conversation to a real phone conversation, and that makes them feel comfortable. They're not going to sign up for your services. I don't care what you charge. You might be the cheapest or you might be the most expensive, but they're not signing up with you regardless if they're not comfortable first.
Makes sense. And like, how would you tackle something, let's say, like, you are like, operating from 9 to 5. Like a business should not operate 9 to 5 anyway, but still, like, how would you operate? Like, a lead comes in at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. So how would you do that at that point?
So I'm a big believer as an entrepreneur, we work all the time, right? We always want to grind and work hard, but it's important to set the standard with your business. It's important to set standards with yourself. It's also important to set standards with your customers. And what I mean by that is if you get a message, and I get messages, I get DMs every hour of the hour, 24/7. So if a lead comes in at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm not responding. My appointment setter is not responding at 2 o'clock in the morning because, number one, that's not realistic. You know,
Yeah.
even if, let's say I do respond to someone at 2 o'clock in the morning, hey, Harsha, what's up with your credit? You think that person really wants to talk to me on the phone at 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Probably not. So it's better for you to, again, set the standard, message them when you wake up during normal business hours. Because again, let's take it a step further. You message them the next morning. You go through the credit consultation, you sign them up, right? Well, now, because you messaged them at 2 o'clock in the morning to schedule this appointment for the next day, when they're a client a month, 2-3 months into it, guess what? They might message you at 10 o'clock at night, 11, 12, 2 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because they originally contacted you at that time and you responded. So now you're creating entitled clients that think that they can just message you at any point in time. You don't want to do that. So don't feel bad. Because when I coach someone and I mentor someone about how to respond to the leads, I tell them, respond to the leads immediately, but not at 2 a.m. Like, you know, you would think that it would be common sense, but, you know, hey, you know, this is why we're here, to be a coach and mentor and just give you confirmation. It's okay if you don't respond at 2 o'clock in the morning. Wait till the next morning and respond as soon as possible during respectable work hours.
Yeah, guys, just so you know, we respond 24 hours, by the way, but that's just for our clients. Yeah, but I'm just getting like, but you should always be respectful for the time and the kind of standard you could set for the clients, for sure.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, when people message me, whether it's a text message to my phone or they DM me, I typically tell them, hey, you know, I'm not at the office right now, but I'm happy to call you or message you back, during normal work hours. And then a lot of times, you know what happens? Their response is, hey, I'm sorry, no worries. We'll talk tomorrow. Now they're looking at you as a real professional, and they actually respect you when you do that. So I would say, again, set those standards. And if you don't, you're creating nightmare clients. Feel entitled. So be careful with that.
Exactly. At that point, they feel that they own you now.
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense, bro. So this is like, again, like another question that I get a lot. Like my, feedback would be very different compared to you, but I'll let you chime in because, you know, you've been doing this for very long now. What would you recommend in terms of running a flyer ad or a video ad? And why do you think what would convert best, like a video or a flyer?
So when it comes to flyer ads, like something that you can create on Canva, for example, it's not that I'm against flyer ads, but a video ad is going to be way more relatable. People are going to respond to it better. So you're going to get more bang for your buck if you create a good commercial, a good ad, and run the video ad. Not only that, but people can see you, they can hear you. They, again, when you do an image, it's not really relatable. Anybody can go on Canva and create an image ad. Those images are good, in my opinion, for a regular post, like post it on your social media. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you run an ad, think about you. When you're scrolling through social media, what's grabbing your attention? It's most likely a video that's maybe eye-catching, that's entertaining, that's educational. Something is grabbing your attention and not only grabbing your attention, but keeping your attention for that 30 to 60 seconds. An image ad, you know what they're going to do? They're going to see it, and then, okay, they might read it, so they might be on there for 10 seconds, if that, and then keep scrolling. A video is going to be more captivating, and whatever your message is, obviously it has to be good in order for you to get them to click on there. This is why a lot of people I feel sometimes they might be intimidated, where they're like, well, I've never done a video ad, or you might even just be new to creating reels on social media in general. So you want to go the easier route and just say, oh, well, I'll just do an image ad. And then you complain why you're not converting many leads.
Yeah.
It's because you're not maximizing what really could be. And so I recommend create yourself a script, shoot the video, give it to Harshal, let him run it. And this is one thing that we really help out with in our coaching and our mentoring program is some of you are horrible on video. Hey,
Yeah.
let's just keep it real. Some of you are absolutely horrible at creating videos because maybe, again, you've never done it before.
Yeah.
Coach, as a mentor, I have to tell you, look into the lens, look at the camera. If you're reading a script, don't read the script over here, but then the camera is right here. You know, there's certain things that you need to do in order to convert at a higher rate when you create that video. So we coach you, we give you the script, we give you everything that you need in order for your ad to be successful. And
Yeah.
let me just tell you guys again, when you create the ad in general, in marketing, you may think your video is the shit and you run it and you're like, I'm going to generate a bunch of leads, but then it doesn't happen. That's okay. You have to try different things when it comes to your videos and running your ads. So don't give up after one try and say, well, I hired Harshal and it's not working. No, there's a lot of things behind the scenes that you need to be doing on your end that can improve the chances of you converting those leads. Because I'm not saying it because Harshal's on the call with me. I'm saying it because I've been working with Harshal for over 5 years. And if it wasn't because of Harshal and his team, I wouldn't have the success that, you know, again, like last month, we hit $149,000. I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for Harshal.
Thank you, bro.
True. Yeah, no, thank you.
Please wire that to me. So I think there is like one more thing like that I wanted to add, bro. I'm gonna add like a short little plug. We're also trying something with TikTok ads right now. You know, it's been going well for multiple different. The only reason why we're trying to do TikTok ads for a couple of our clients and we've been testing things out on there is because let's say somebody says that, you know, the lead quality on Facebook sucks. Okay.
Mhm.
It's the same thing on Instagram. They say like Instagram lead quality sucks. And then we try out something with TikTok and they say the same thing. What do you think? What sucks?
So
is it sales or the lead?
There's a movie, and you can look it up, or anybody watching this, you can look it up. It's an old school movie. It's called Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And it's a movie. It's about sales, and the boss comes in for a meeting, and all of the sales agents, they're like, the leads suck. And in the sales meeting, he's like, the leads don't suck, you suck. And a lot of times it's true, because I don't care if you get the lead from Instagram, if you get the lead from Facebook, if you get the lead from a friend or a family member. I don't care where the lead comes from. You might have met somebody at the gas station and they might have sold my shirt and they're like, oh, you do credit repair? And I'm like, yeah. You still have to, what I call is, you have to ask them the fact-finding mastery questions, which means you have to pre-qualify every single lead the same exact way in order for you to find out, regardless of where that lead came from, you have to find out if they are ready to make a decision. Are you actually speaking to the decision maker? You also have to find out if they have a job, because they might be interested, they might be ready to go, but they don't even have a job to pay you. So there's a lot of questions that you need to ask first in order to pre-qualify them so you don't waste your time. When you become a master at pre-qualifying people, that's when you're going to realize it's not the leads, it's how I was the call and handling the lead. So it's not the lead, it's how you handle it.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, guys, our lead doesn't suck at all. because we have 100 active credit repair businesses, which means it's working. I think so, but yeah.
So let me tell you something. When it comes to running, this is why I love the leads that you provide, because these are not shared leads. Where I've actually bought a list of leads before, where they give you, the marketing guy's like, I'm gonna give you a list of 1,000 people, blah blah blah. You know what happens? Number one, you get those leads and they're not real time, right? So that might have been a lead from a month ago. Not only that, but you're calling a list of people that, number one, aren't expecting your call. That's the first thing.
Cold call. It's a cold call.
Cold call, exactly. The second thing is that same list that they gave you, they're reselling that to every other credit repair company that's buying the list of leads. So you're sharing those leads with everybody. And even if you have a list of 100 people, you're going to probably have to call that same lead about 10 times before you probably even get them on the phone. That's over $1,000. I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to dial the same phone number 10 times.
Exactly.
To make it 1,000 dials. That's crazy. Like you're gonna overwork yourself, and you're gonna be like, this is not working, right? So the leads that you provide, because you're running the ads, these are people that are clicking on your ad. They're coming to you. You're not chasing them. They're coming to you. And then on top of that, if you're doing what we're telling you to do, which is message them directly, there's nobody behind the scenes that they're talking to. So that is an organic lead that only you have. So you're not competing against you and 20 other credit repair companies talking to that same lead. What does that do? That makes the conversion rate, as far as converting it into a sale, that makes that conversion rate go up much higher. This is why, again, the leads that you provide, this is why I make the money that I do, because let me add something real quick, guys. A lot of people think that leads is the problem, or excuse me, leads are the answer to your business. They're the answer to your problem, and leads are going to make you more money. That's a part of it. But the thing is, if you don't know how to manage the leads and close the sale, you're just spending money. This is why I give people the analogy where if I hand you a pair of boxing gloves and then I throw you in the ring with a professional boxer, but you never boxed before, you don't even know how to throw a jab or a right-handed hook or nothing. You're gonna jump in that ring and you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get beat up, and that's what a lot of you are doing. You're jumping in the ring, meaning talking to these leads, but you're not a professional. You're not operating at an elite level when it comes to sales, and so you're literally getting beat up over the phone, and you're churning. You're just turning over those leads. So it's better if you have the sales training, so that way when you do get the leads, you know how to actually close them.
Exactly. And people might also have a different kind of expectation or the mindset that, like, as soon as they start the ads, they're gonna start seeing leads coming in from day one. I think that's a false expectation. You're not gonna make $10,000 in your week 1 or week 2. It's gonna take, I don't know, like, everyone's journey is very different. It might take you 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Just like, whenever you try to go to college, it takes like 3 years for you to have a degree. It's not the same thing, but I would say, like, the analogy is like, it might take you 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Now it all really depends on, do you trust the process and do you really think that it's gonna work? Just like, it's been working for everyone else out there right now, right? I think maybe, like, people don't understand it, but I feel like even with Rob's case, like, Rob sent us, I think, 4 to 5 different videos before there was one particular video that blew up.
Correct.
So I think it's more about finding that particular one winning video that's gonna start grabbing the attention of people and let them reach out.
Correct.
Like, the primary expectation is maybe give it like 3 months, 4 months, and then start seeing like $10,000 a month or more than that, depending on who you are learning sales from. Again, if you really want to learn sales, then I feel Rob is by far the best guy. I can literally count people right now, bro. Ali, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but Ali is making $80,000 a month. Okay. Kevin is making more than $40,000 a month. We have so many clients who have joined, like, Rob's program, and they've been making shitload of money.
Yeah.
Like, so many people right now, and it's all because
we just came from CreditCon in Vegas, and at Credit there was a couple hundred people at CreditCon, but I had about 15 to 20 mentees that were there, and every single person is doing a minimum of $10,000 to Ali, all the way up to Ali, who's hitting $80,000-$90,000 a month. So most of my students who maybe they just started their credit repair business, it doesn't matter where you're at in your journey, but when you have the right coach and the right mentor, what we do is we're able to help you eliminate a lot of these mistakes, and instead of walking, you're running. And then now you get to where you want to be a lot faster. So most of my students are doing $30,000 a month or more.
Yeah.
And you're right, though. It takes time, but also it takes consistency. Me and Harshal have been in the business for a while now. And this is one thing, guys. And I hope that I hope that everybody watching this is super successful. But the reality is 90% of people who start a credit repair business will not succeed after 12 months. They give up at a certain point. And you got to ask yourself, are you going to be a part of that 10% that are successful, or are you going to be a part of that 90%? What are you doing to improve? So when you, like Harshal was saying, when you run an ad and after a week, you don't really see leads coming in, or whatever the scenario is, it's not converting like you thought it was going to convert. What are you doing? What are you doing to improve that situation? Or are you just sitting back and hoping that it's going to get better? It's not going to get better by itself. You probably got to edit the video again. There's certain tweaks you have to make. So that's like Harshal said, that's what I had to do. I sent Harshal about 3, 4, maybe even 5 videos. That was a long time.
Yeah.
Even now, I'm still switching up the video to see how I can continue to improve. So in business, you always are looking to improve. So I know my ads do great, but I'm always like, man, what if it could be the background. It could be maybe you're not using a mic. It could be, there's so many things that could help you convert better. But if you're not constantly searching for that, then, and you're waiting around for things to change, but you're not really making certain tweaks, it's never going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. I agree, bro. I think we should probably do another call maybe next week again, because like people would definitely have some questions. Guys, again, if you have some questions, please drop in the description box below. I'll also leave all the information, and then you can absolutely like write down all the questions that you might have. Also, you could join our free group on Facebook. I'll also link that in the description. And yeah, man, that's it. We're good.
Awesome.
Guys, like you said, if you got any questions, drop a comment. Let us know what topic you want us to touch on. If you have comments about questions about what we just talked about, generating leads or sales, you guys can go to robthecreditguy.com. I also have my own YouTube channel that I just kind of started growing as well. So I would love if you guys subscribe. And
I'll leave that link. I'll leave the link in the description.
Appreciate that. The Instagram is Rob the Credit Guy as well. So, hey, I'll see you guys. Oh, one last thing. Every single Tuesday, we have a free training, okay? We talk about sales, marketing, everything that has to do with credit repair. It is at 6 p.m. Central Time, okay? Again, 6 p.m. Central Time every single Tuesday. It is absolutely free. So if you're thinking about starting a credit repair company, maybe you're 2 years into the business, 5 years, 10 years, 6 months, it doesn't matter. You can always learn more and scale. So feel free to join our sales and marketing training. Again, it's every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central. I will see you guys on the call.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Guys, again, if you need more leads, you already know whom to reach out. I'm pretty sure by now. But yeah, again, guys,
Reach out to my guy Harshal. He's the lead guy. He's the lead master.
Yes,
That's what
sir.
we call him around here. So
I think people know us, bro, now, so it's all good.
absolutely, man. All
Yeah,
right, guys.
all-
We'll see you next
all
time.
good. Thank you.